Hello, devoted fans of Days of Our Lives. Welcome back to your favorite source for all things Salem, brought to you by the passionate team at TV channel Days Drama Digest. Buckle up, because this week's episodes promise to deliver a whirlwind of emotions, shocking revelations, and the kind of heart-pounding drama that keeps us glued to our screens. From a fresh face stepping into the beloved town of Salem to the return of iconic characters stirring up old rivalries, there's no shortage of intrigue awaiting us. Let's dive into the details of what's coming up, explore the stakes, and speculate on the twists that will leave us gasping for more. If you're as obsessed with Days as we are, you won't want to miss a single moment of this breakdown. A new face in Salem. Miles Anderson as Foster the Sleepy. Drama-soaked streets of Salem are about to welcome a newcomer who's sure to shake things up. This week, veteran actor Miles Anderson makes his highly anticipated debut on Days of Our Lives as Foster, a charismatic yet enigmatic bookstore owner whose arrival is poised to ripple through the town's intricate web of relationships. Foster isn't just any shopkeeper. He's the proud owner of a quaint, dusty bookstore that's been a quiet cornerstone of Salem's community for years. But here's the kicker. The bookstore is on the verge of being sold, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Picture this: shelves lined with weathered tomes, the faint scent of old paper in the air, and a cozy nook that's seen countless secrets whispered between its walls. Foster's bookstore is more than a business, it's a piece of Salem's soul. Enter Susan Seaforth Hayes as Julie Williams, the beloved matriarch whose heart beats for tradition and community. Julie, with her sharp wit and unyielding spirit, stumbles upon the news of the bookstore's potential sale, and it strikes a chord. Will she step in to save this cherished landmark? Could Julie, with her deep ties to Salem's history, be the one to preserve the bookstore's legacy, or will she uncover something darker tied to Foster's decision to sell? Miles Anderson brings a seasoned gravitas to the role of Foster, and early buzz suggests his performance will be a masterclass in subtlety and depth. Is Foster a man simply looking to move on, or does he carry secrets that could unravel Salem's delicate balance? The chemistry between Anderson and Hayes is already generating excitement, with their scenes promising a blend of nostalgia and tension. Will Julie's pursuit of the bookstore spark a new chapter for her, or will it lead her into a web of intrigue she never saw coming? One thing's for certain, Foster's arrival is no mere plot point. It's a catalyst for drama that will reverberate through Salem's core. Stacey Hayduke's dual role, Susan Banks and Kristen DiMera, steal the spotlight. If there's one thing Days of Our Lives does better than anyone, it's delivering complex, multi-layered characters who keep us guessing. Enter Stacey Hayduke, whose return to the show in her dual role as Susan Banks and Kristen DiMera is set to ignite the screen with fiery intensity. Hayduke's ability to embody two wildly different personas, Susan's quirky, lovable innocence and Kristen's cunning, manipulative edge, has long been a fan favorite, and this week, she's diving headfirst into one of the show's most explosive storylines, the shooting of E.J. DiMera. The E.J. shooting arc is the kind of high-stakes drama that Days thrives on. Imagine the scene: a darkened alley, the crack of a gunshot, and E.J. DiMera, Salem's suave, polarizing power player, crumpling to the ground. The question on everyone's lips is, who pulled the trigger? Stacey Hayduke's Kristen DiMera, with her penchant for chaos and a vendetta that burns brighter than ever, is a prime suspect. Kristen's history with E.J. is a tangled mess of love, betrayal, and power struggles, and her return to Salem comes at a time when old wounds are still raw. Is she out for revenge, or is there a deeper motive driving her actions? Meanwhile, Susan Banks, Kristen's polar opposite, brings an entirely different energy to the storyline. Susan's wide-eyed sincerity and penchant for the bizarre could either complicate or clarify the mystery surrounding E.J.'s shooting. Will Susan stumble upon a clue that unravels the truth, or will her well-meaning interference make things worse? Hayduke's ability to switch between these two characters with seamless precision is nothing short of remarkable, and her scenes promise to be a roller coaster of emotions, equal parts hilarious, heart-wrenching, and suspenseful. The shooting storyline isn't just about whodunit, it's about the ripple effects that will shake Salem to its core. EJ's near-death experience will force alliances to shift, secrets to surface, and loyalties to be tested. Hayduke's dual performance is the linchpin of this arc, and fans are already buzzing about how her characters will navigate the fallout. Will Kristen's scheming finally catch up with her, or will Susan's unexpected heroism steal the show? One thing's for sure, Hayduke is about to remind us why she's one of Day's most electrifying talents. Maggie Carney's return as Rita. The DiMera dynasty's secret weapon No Days of Our Lives storyline is complete without the DiMera family, and this week, the dynasty's influence looms larger than ever. Maggie Carney makes a triumphant return as Rita, the fiercely loyal sidekick to EJ DiMera, played with smoldering intensity by Dan Feuerriegel. Rita isn't just a supporting player, she's a force to be reckoned with, a woman who knows the DiMera family's darkest secrets and isn't afraid to wield them when the time is right. Rita's return comes at a pivotal moment in the EJ shooting storyline. As EJ fights for his life, Rita steps into the fray, her sharp mind and unwavering loyalty making her an indispensable ally. Picture her standing in the shadows of the DiMera mansion, her eyes scanning the room for any sign of betrayal. Her scenes with Feuerriegel's EJ are set to crackle with intensity, blending trust, tension, and the unspoken weight of their shared history. Rita's role in the DiMera empire has always been understated but crucial, and this week, we'll see her step into the spotlight as never before. Carney's portrayal of Rita is a masterclass in understated power. She's not one to raise her voice or demand attention, but her presence commands respect. Will Rita uncover the truth behind EJ's shooting, or will her loyalty blind her to a traitor in their midst? The dynamic between Rita and EJ is one to watch, as their shared scenes promise to reveal new layers to both characters. With the DiMera family's legacy hanging in the balance, Rita's return could be the key to either saving EJ or plunging the clan into further chaos. Theo Penglis as Tony DiMera, a return fraught with questions, and then there's Theo Penglis, whose return as Tony DiMera is sending shockwaves through the Day's fandom. Tony, with his suave demeanor and complicated history, is a character who never fails to stir the pot. But here's the twist, is it really Tony? The question hangs in the air like a storm cloud over Salem. Penglis' ability to keep us guessing has always been a hallmark of his performances, and this week, he's bringing that signature ambiguity to the forefront. Tony's return comes at a time when the DiMera family is already teetering on the edge. With EJ's life hanging in the balance and Kristen's schemes threatening to tear everything apart, Tony's arrival could either stabilize the family or push it into all-out war. Is he back to reclaim his place in the DiMera dynasty, or does he have a hidden agenda that could upend everything? Penglis' portrayal of Tony is as magnetic as ever, blending charm, menace, and a touch of melancholy that makes him one of Day's most compelling characters. The question of whether this is truly Tony adds an extra layer of intrigue. Days of Our Lives has a long history of doppelgangers, imposters, and resurrection plots, and fans are already speculating about whether Tony's return is what it seems. Could he be an imposter sent to infiltrate the DiMera family, or is this the real Tony, back to settle old scores? Penglis' scenes this week are sure to keep us on the edge of our seats, as every glance and every word drips with hidden meaning. What to expect? A week of high stakes and higher drama as we look ahead to this week's episodes. One thing is clear, Days of Our Lives is pulling out all the stops. The introduction of Miles Anderson's Foster promises to bring a fresh dynamic to Salem, with his bookstore serving as a battleground for tradition versus change. Julie's involvement in the storyline adds a layer of emotional depth, as her fight to preserve the bookstore could reveal new facets of her character. Meanwhile, Stacey Hayduke's dual role as Susan and Kristen is a masterclass in versatility, with the EJ shooting storyline pushing both characters to their limits. Maggie Carney's Rita and Theo Penglis' Tony bring the DiMera family's drama to a boiling point, with loyalties tested and secrets threatening to spill. The interplay between these characters, each with their own motives and histories, creates a tapestry of intrigue that's quintessentially Days. Add to that the question of Tony's true identity, and you've got a recipe for a week that will leave fans talking for months to come. Why this week matters. What makes this week's episode so special is the way they blend the old with the new. Miles Anderson's debut as Foster introduces a fresh perspective, while the return of fan-favorite characters like Kristen, Susan, Rita, and Tony reminds us why we fell in love with Days in the first place. The show's ability to weave together personal stakes with larger-than-life drama is unmatched, and this week's episodes are a testament to that legacy. The bookstore storyline, with its focus on community and legacy, grounds the show in the heart of Salem, while the EJ shooting arc and the DiMera family's power struggles elevate the tension to operatic heights. Every scene, every glance, every whispered secret is designed to keep us hooked, and with a cast this talented, we're in for a treat. Join the conversation. So, what do you think, Days fans? Will Julie save the bookstore, or will Foster's arrival bring more trouble than she bargained for? Is Kristen behind EJ's shooting, or will Susan's quirky intuition crack the case? Can Rita hold the DiMera family together, or will Tony's return, real or not, tear it apart? We want to hear your thoughts. Drop your predictions, theories, and reactions in the comments below, and let's keep the Salem spirit alive. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.